Hello, we're back at it again with more Honkai Star Rail. Kind of in a rush to get started here, given that there's only so many hours of the day. 1 second here. Let's get back to phainon real quick. Pick up where we left off last night and just jump right back into it. Already saw like that the whole update, the whole story update is only like that the whole story update for 3.4 patch 3.4 is only 5 hours long. Still pretty long compared to all the other like story updates for other live service gacha games.
At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I
Have we seen this?
told, your arrival will change ever. After all,
We've seen this. We were hanging out with... Yeah, we were hanging out with High Zealand's.
Thus is the synthesis.
Yep, we're done here. Like, Cyrene's already died.
The ropes I have observed.
We've already seen this. I'm gonna just skip. I'm sorry, we've already seen this. I'm sorry. I'm not a story skipper, you see. Whom statted me?
The world is collapsing. We too.
And this is where he cast himself into his own essence, that of this. Bidding farewell to the hero within, phainon cast himself into his own essence, that of the destruction. He wielded its power to defy the black tide, deceive the world, reclaim the four flames, and prevent the era nova. Seen this. Kind of a cool transition here. So Kazlana is essentially the flame breather before shit drops or something, or before something bad happens. And where we left off was him hanging out with High Zealand's. How do you pronounce her name again? Long ass loading screens, 1 sec.
So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kephaly stood at the center of chaos.
You've seen this already. Thus began the first eternal recurrence.
The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly...
You've seen this. We're trying to meet with Ceridra.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the Flame Chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Ceridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Zealand's.
High Zealand's, okay.
Swordmaster.
High Zealand's. High Zealand's.
Call me High Zealand's.
High Zealand's.
Name
High Zealand's. Alright, let's just skip this because we've already interacted with her.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Right, since he has all of the core flames, he can wind back time too.
Light up the dawn.
Light up the dawn. You're kinda saucy with it.
Oh. Nice moves.
Nice moves. Wait, I want to see him in action though. Let's get in a fight. I want to see him in action though.
For tomorrow! I'm fine.
Lurking, why are you hiding?
No other choice but to move forward. For the next tomorrow! My existence is of little consequence.
Never mind, these guys die pretty fast.
There's no other choice but to move forward. The new world will arrive!
Can I at least see the ult before they all die?
I can't let them down. My existence is of little consequence. For the next
Here we go.
tomorrow! The fury of innumerable core flames consume me.
Good fucking lord.
Never yield to such a fate.
He's beautiful, look at that. Honkai Star Rail budget works. What's a W? What's the Q?
With this newborn sun, tear open the sky!
Good lord, holy shit. No need to be doing all that. Unfortunately, I can't roll for phainon until
Light up the dawn.
when Archer's banner is out. I'm gonna go all in on Archer's banner when he comes up in like a week.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
How did Hysealans die again? I remember Aglaya and Cypher and Chirby talking about them, or like mentioning her in passing, that she dies at some point. Oh! Agi Nechang and Chirby.
Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Little hostage? What do you mean by that?
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealans. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Hysealans is kind of like hands, and phainon was like, alright, hands.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you. and decide your fate.
Yeah, since this is like the first eternal recurrence, then that means that this is a new cycle.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
Wait, so even if this is like the new... If this is the first eternal recurrence, if this is a new cycle, the beginning of a new series of extrapolations, then what's the point of leaving behind another phainon?
So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Speak of Chibi's prophecy.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Chibi?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Chibi. The phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Sarit. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement.
It was an off-screen meeting.
The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed.
They're kind of speedrunning the first eternal recurrence. The first cycle in the new extrapolations.
But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Well, there's a reason for the speedrunning, I guess. Because it all ends the same. They're looking for like a new variable to enter the equation that could break him out of the cycles. And it's the Trailblazers. Holy shit, there's two of them.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
They're my friends! He doesn't know.
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me.
Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Uh-oh, so he's more like a whole flame here. Oh, he got off screen.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball.
Oh, Sisyphus mentioned.
Climb, fall, climb, fall.
Is that a Sisyphus
Climb
reference?
again and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast.
A bit too on the nose, isn't it?
Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all.
We're getting a little like whole
the slope.
a section for
Would always
a Sisyphus
return to the
reference.
starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Wait, what about us though? Oh, this is the eternal occurrence number 1. You're right. Never mind, no, this is just going back to the very beginning. So what, eternal occurrence number 0 was them... Wait, so they've already known ever since like eternal occurrence number 0? Oh, so it's just Kaslana eventually breaking down into the Flame Reaver. He's experienced so many eternal recurrences that he just breaks down into becoming the Flame Reaver. So the eternal recurrence number 1 was just the first extrapolation. So what, ever since like the first one? Eternal recurrence number 0? Lygus has already revealed everything to Cyrene and phainon? And then they've just been going through the same motions ever since. Whoops. Forgot to read that. Eternal recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Okay, so this is just the first cycle. I was wrong. I thought it was just going to be like a new... I was wrong. Yeah. I thought it was like a new cycle or something. Right. No, this is... that wouldn't make sense at all. That wouldn't make sense at all because we were already here. I said something like... there's like a new bunch of cycles. No, that's not the case at all because they just went back in time pretty much to the very first recurrence, the very first loop. I thought that we'd actually be getting some progress into the actual progress into the timeline, but no, this is just going back again. Admin notes the first devastating failure. Whoa! There's a bunch. I want to read them all because this sounds like suffering. Eternal recurrence number 2. Subject Kaslana adopted a strategy similar to the eternal recurrence number 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal recurrence number 3. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kaslana's strategy. Decision waiting for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal recurrence number 15. Subject Kaslana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal recurrence number 42. Subject Kaslana's 11th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. 11th? The decision waiting for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Eternal recurrence number 133. Analysis of observations from eternal recurrence number 83 to 133 indicates that Subject Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of eternal recurrence number 42. Over a synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive function degradation suspected. Okay, so this is where he starts breaking down into the Flame Reaver. Eternal recurrence number 133. He keeps trying to like break into the scepter. Admin notes, this will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector within expectations. No intervention required. Continue observation. Eternal Recurrence 134. $134th Eternal Recurrence.
Absolute nonsense.
Reading that much text is fucking my eyes.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing. Countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Get that fuck out of here! Get out of here!
Light up the dawn.
Light up the
You've
dawn.
been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
Hey, this gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please come search this core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
We have to reverse him. Bah. Why does this pop-up keep showing up? Well, you see, we have the power of reversing back time. Are you winning?
Exactly like all the past ones I've known.
Phainon's losing, but I am winning.
Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
How's it going, Alice? Because he is. Why does Phainon sound chronically depressed now? He's been through a couple of loops. We went back in time. We're like going through, like, he's went through what, 330 million something loops. And right now we went all the way back to the first loop, and this is currently the 134th loop.
Where are you going?
Of their never-ending suffering.
No?
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
Phainon's gate.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
Oh yeah, and at this point he's starting to feel some sort of like mental degradation, given how many times he's been through the cycle already. You can see a little bit. You can see Cypher in the distance. Cute.
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
Wait, so he's just stacking buffs? Unlimited stacking buffs?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
I thought that the core flames would reset after every cycle, but he's actually stacking them.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
Oh no, he's violence. He's turning into the Flame Breather.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction.
It's like that one moment from Avengers where Iron Man was not Iron Man, where Doctor Strange was like, one.
Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Man, Bartolo's him.
Cat-eared thief, run! Don't
My
No! Feels bad, man.
I'm fine.
Martolos was like the MVP in the previous patch.
There's no other choice but to move for the next tomorrow. My existence is of little consequence.
I'll give it back.
Can we ult?
I can't let them down.
I want to see the ult again. Whoa, we can ult. Oh, but they're gonna die. Never mind.
The fury
Give praise.
core flames consume me. I will never yield to such a fate.
He's even doing like Lucifer's thing here. The way that he's not actually holding his sword. Truly the Pinterest. Viteruka. Wait, I want to see this other one.
Quench the flames with blood. Remember this agony.
Holy shit.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning, yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, no one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull
What?
now?
This is new?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames.
It's pretty cool that Anaxa can, like, add some variations to the cycles.
For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Even he's kind of freaking Anaxa out. You gotta be mega freaky to freak out Anaxa.
Of course. I've been wondering, What kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yeah, so at some point, he becomes hollow and just dedicates himself to like recovering the core flames in each cycle for 300 million cycles, 300 million loops. He's kind of just been, he's been trying to like buff stack. He's just been buff stacking this entire time, just trying to brute force. But no matter how many times he's been buff stacking, it doesn't matter. He still can't break out.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods with my own 2 legs.
Smells like somebody's cooking outside.
Witness.
Something delicious.
Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Damn. They both fucking died.
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
He's losing hope. Eternal Recurrence 134. Subject Kazlana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision weight for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Over-synchronicity risk detected. So he's losing himself. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process. Wow, 5,000. Yeah, so this is the part. That was the beginning of when he started to turn into the Flame Reaver, and he's started to become like hollow. Eternal Recurrence, number 5,297. Subject Kazlana's 5,266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Kazlana regressed the extrapolation process. Note. Subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Big text. Eternal Recurrence 12,398. 12,376. Okay, these are all the same. These are all the same. Eternal Recurrence 108,641. Subject Kazlana's 108,610th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysosaurs terminated in sequence. The extrapolation process regressed. Okay, something new. 108,642 extrap eternal recurrence. 33 million. The 108,642nd eternal recurrence.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles.
Wait, he's still not the Flameweaver.
Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this.
Is he gonna get a moment with everyone?
Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
He's kind of aura farming. He has his back against his enemy. Like his one weak spot he's exposing to phainon.
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
Honestly, that's still so nice of phainon to just, like, keep engaging in a conversation with him even after this many cycles.
I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Whoa, this is kind of... Nicodor.
Oh, martyrs, behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself for the next tomorrow! I can't let them down.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
Hey, give me my HP back.
As you wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to a vaster battleground. Oh.
Full glory, I salute
you. That's all I ever wanted.
Should I enhance before I start blasting? Is that... Or do you only enhance at the end? Oh, you do.
Quench the flames with blood.
That's how you trigger the counters, I think.
Branded with Strife's name! The flames in this
Naru
body
hot
are
dog.
not strong enough. Shatter this cage! Sword of somethings. Melt the eternal night!
Whoops. I should have switched to the counter there, since it was his turn. My bad. All good.
If you can deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
What happens at the end of his ult?
Shatter this cage! I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Oh my goodness.
Soul of somethings. A scorching hatred. Quench the flames with blood. Remember this agony! Et bonina! Et far! The flames in this body are not strong enough. Melt the eternal night!
Oh, so that's how you get more damage out, I see.
Merely an empty shell.
Off of his meteor attacks? What, so I just keep autoing here?
Soul of somethings. With this newborn sun, tear open the sky!
Oh, holy moly.
Is that all? Merely an empty shell. I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
That is such a sick effect, man. Alright.
Quench the flames with blood. Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn your curse of immortality! Well fought. You may crown yourself. My blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory. The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
We get another text. There's been 2 million eternal occurrences. Okay, this one's about Casterus.
There are still places it cannot reach.
Cast Chang. We're going through another oomph recap.
Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
This time it's Casterus' turn to fight back.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth.
Hashtag MyCasty.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
Even more cycles.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
Give him all the cycles.
As long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death,
Cast Chang, no!
I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
Damn, that's crazy. For his sake.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the phainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end,
Can we sleep?
still, it seems
That means dying.
Blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match.
How
Having
fragrant.
fallen under your sword countless times.
I want to sleep in Casty's
so-
bosom.
Please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can
Get
he
in line.
dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death.
Wait, is she gonna turn into the dragon egg?
I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod
Pollux.
of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past.
Uh-oh.
Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their mud deaths.
No! What was that?
Pity, at this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet, I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
Are we gonna fight Hyacinth after this then? Hyacinth as the sky god?
Time to temper myself. The new world will arrive!
No Proi moment.
I'm fine.
Whoa.
I ask you to rest here!
Wait, ouch.
Allow me to refuse. I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
Like the old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn!
All of this,
Casti, no.
is it any different from that brutal future?
Paradise Lost. Oh. Do I just keep auto attacking here? What if we let her attack?
Quench the flames with blood.
I have 5 stacks out of 4. Oh. We can go above cap.
Is that all? Remember this agony!
Paradise Lost!
Tear open the sky! A scorching hatred. Do you feel it now? Soul and substance.
I can't keep him here.
I'm sorry, Cass Chang.
Merely an empty shell. Like the old sun's embers, hail the new world.
The flipping sword attack that could do so much damage.
I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
I love that effect. Like the screen turning off effect, it's so cool.
Flames with blood. Is that all? Branded with Strife's name!
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Don't give up, Casti.
This be a tribute to your million struggles for time.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
Casti, no.
Our flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame.
You can't fly glue trap him.
It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Alright, it's definitely gonna be Hyacinth next. Going by the pattern. Here. 4 million. First eternal recurrence. Time of departure. Wait, this is something new.
You're here. As always.
You're still lingering. Deep within me. Never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
That's us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky.
What makes the sky blue?
But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Sleeper agent phrase activated. Ah!
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Must be a microwave in there, you know?
Yes.
Not a microwave. It probably feels like an oven in there.
Flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now,
What?
this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
Yeah, he's a flame breather. At some point, he's lost all sense of himself and just follows like his MO in every cycle. He's just buff stacking, trying to get to a point where he can break out of the prison by himself. Break everybody and himself out of the prison by just like buff stacking with the core flames, absorbing the core flames.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
He just needs a new, he just needs to keep going until there's a new variable that enters the equation.
Sharing it with me?
Which is the Trailblazers. The Astral Express.
Every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next phainon to the end of the world. And then...
Yeah, he pretty much just has to program himself to keep the loops going, so even if he loses his mind and becomes the Flame Reaver. Yeah, this is like the past. This is in the past.
Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories.
Yeah.
And carry on the path I started.
He's starting to lose his mind here, so he's trying to like program himself into being able to keep the cycles going. So even if he loses his mind, he can keep the cycles going until some outside variable comes in and helps.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
You will never lose hope.
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next phainon. And trust that he makes the same choice I did.
Yeah.
But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
Okay, we're never gonna fight Hyacinth. As Aquila? Rule of threes, you know. Oh yeah, we're getting pretty close. 23,570. Oh! There we go.
Can do this.
Rule of
Lord
threes.
Phainon. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard, I will heal you. And then
He's probably the Flame Reaver at this point.
The black tide
How is he still not the Flame Reaver here?
is consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Maybe it's actually pretty hard for us to actually play as Flame Reaver, so maybe he is supposed to be like Flame Reaver at this point.
now that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness, shouldn't they?
Hiya, Cynthia.
Rogia! Are we gonna Proi here?
The dawn to this world.
I swear,
Come the raging fire.
your deaths won't be in vain.
Sunlight drive back the
Just as they have never been.
to this world. Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
Honestly, this is kind of playing out like Signalis. Never forget our promise. Rococo! We have to kill Rococo.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing, the one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me, over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you.
We just want out of this cycle.
Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation.
The fucking assets loading in.
You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. And I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its
Pro moment.
still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
No Proi.
No matter Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
The anti-proi. No proi for us today. Whoa. We're throwing meteors at each other. The proi lost.
Fire not strong enough.
Fire! Burning!
How dare you hurt?
Quench the flame.
How dare you hurt Hyacinthia?
Await the lightless end. Remember this agony. With this lone sun, tear open the sky. Empty shell. Quench the flames with blood. Branded with Strife's name. The old sun's embers hail the new world's dawn.
Mechanically, phainon is pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I can't roll for him until Garcher is out. I'm saving my rolls for Garcher.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Spiritual hatred. Do you feel it now? Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Your
The screen turn off.
hot enough to turn everything to ash.
It's so cool.
But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
Well, that's a lot of damage.
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it.
Oh, he's him.
23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames.
He's aura farming. He does.
No more chase.
It's earned.
Needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly.
And phainon's voice actor's been like going crazy. Going crazy, dude. He's put in all his fineness in the performance.
A until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
I would like to see the behind the scenes, like, directing. Oh, this is us. We're here. Wait, what? Wait, one eternal occurrence? One eternal occurrence. This is us. Enter.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice. They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth. I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Wow, this is truly the Shadowbringers.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
Truly the Shadowbringers of Honkai Star Rail.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the Flame Reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person.
Enter! The Trailblazer. Trailblazer deserves like a WWE entrance theme.
You finally found her.
The real deliverer. Dancho.
Friend.
Hey man. Hey man, what's hanging? I mean, pull it into your memories.
You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
I'm the main character here.
In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed.
I am you? Persona!
Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade.
Hey, what's that?
You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down.
My friend, my
Instead,
comrade.
you saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Say less, I would do all that for a penny. I'll be the Dawn of Amphorius? Determined stealth.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn.
I'm the deliverer now.
Step into the future. One will remain in the past.
Whoa. He went inside me?
If I can strike down the gods with dawn,
Whoa.
perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken.
Take me out on a date first.
And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Bruh, we only have support classes. Kiss for good luck. I will support phainon with my... Let's both be the deliverer.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
This is
The
the
image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart
most serious Stella's ever been her life, her whole life.
steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene,
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
a page never seen before has just been turned.
I wonder what Yui Ishikawa sounded like here. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path. Just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
This is how we're gonna get Hyzalence and Saritra to be playable.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation. I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment.
Whoa.
Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes.
Kind of his eyes kind of look like the premium rolls for Wuthering Waves.
Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above.
Deepest Lorge.
Fine. If I can defy fate.
I mean, Rover's been doing the same thing, right? Is Wuthering Waves also a loop?
Then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Oh, well.
Take it. Everything I bear.
10 billion Rover loops.
Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Give praise.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnished.
Bro, how you doing all that? What do you expect us to do here, like?
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me.
We're like Coughing Baby again compared to
It
phainon.
belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure.
I don't think so.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
Wait, so what exactly did March do this whole patch? She just walked through the gate and then she never showed up again.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture?
He's got even more hope now, boy.
No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
Lycurgus? His full-ass, like, government-assigned name? Government name, I mean.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
I'll show you a paean.
Lord Phainon.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
Lygus is seething, what?
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me.
And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Lygus gets beheaded again.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance.
Wait, from that interaction with Hyacinthia?
By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn!
Goodness gracious, this is a good monologue. He's been going crazy, holy.
If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything!
I felt that.
Grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Oh, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Kazlana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncaught exceptions. Achtung! 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 Anomaly, destruction, energy, Nanook. Is this the, Oh, it's the animated short? The space intentionally left blank. so fucking mad. Oh shit, that's the Nanook. That's Nanook.
Are you ready, Nanook?
Whoa.
I brought you destruction!
For some reason, this kind of reminds me of like Devil May Cry.
Ready for a battle, wake a shadow, so burn it up, heavens, let it fall. Bitter, plastic crumbling away. Think of some broken faces, devilish and searching for fate. Crushing it all, shadows lost and crawl.
He's losing it. He's washed.
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence.
It's okay, I will be his right arm now.
Embrace a detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain and reaching for you.
Holy cow, this is some high budget animation. All that for a drop of blood. You can make a god bleed though. Yeah, that whole sequence kind of reminds me of Devil May Cry.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
本当に the gladiator wheat fields again.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. I have prepared a
Whoops.
present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called phainon. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336
Oh my god, he said this.
iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal.
He said the thing.
This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky.
Say that again.
So a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Oh, he freaky. He freaky. What? Visitor verification override protocol engaged. Access approved. What? Who's this? Is this like a fourth wall break? What the hell? Whoa! Welcome back, retrieving experimental data. Update complete. Experimental progress 99%. Log updated. What is happening? Locating entry, Nikos 496, content refreshed. Oh, there's lore! Nikos 496, that is our friend phainon. Track, World Bearer, Primum Mobile, Hatred. Note, intracognition is null, responds only to destructive stimuli. Its hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refused to complete the Era Nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames to its next self, thus forging the eternal occurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. At the end of 33,550,336 dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. What? Did we fail? I mean, he did merge, but he's rebelling. Wait, these are entries of our other friends. I forgot who Philia is. Oh, it's Irene. Philia is Irene, who's Orexis. Huh. Track, Trickery, Primum Mobile, Desire. Note operates based on primal instinct with self-gratification as the sole priority solution. This electric signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its primum mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As the simulated path of elation, it walked into self-erasure. Once reaching its end. Who's this? Oh yeah, Epiakeia. Track death. Oh, track trickery. Yeah. So this is Arexis is our friend Cypher. So this one is for Casti. Track death, primum mobile piece. Note, highly suppresses deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal disturbance. In the later stages of iteration, the Death Titan is a single entity, split into symmetrical selves, becoming two factors. Okay, so the twins. Pollux and Casters. In this cycle, however, the two factors experience profound identity divergence. The threshold of equilibrium is breached and tipped towards destruction. Schema. Who's Schema? Reason. That's Anaxa. Track reason, primum mobile critique. Note, its logic of action has been locked into problem solving. The survival priority approaches 0. He does not care for himself. This electric signal exhibited mutated anomalies. As the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphorius, its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition when that path is seeking answers. Holy, that's a lot of entries. Oh shit, that's me. Wait, intrusion variables. Wait, what's March doing? Wait, let's go through this log first. Eternal recurrence, yep, we know about eternal recurrence. A recursive feedback loop triggered by two signal clusters within the ME13 computation, designed to stall the experiment. Nikos 496 wielded the power of destruction to erase Philia's Cyrene's existence from Amphorius, introducing a logic breach in the track of time, and then infuse the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regress the extrapolation process. So it was pretty much Cyrene and Phainon hijacking the loops. Cyrene's exact role remains unknown. Due to external variable interference, the eternal recurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. The hero within. A heroic figure born from the imaginations of Phainon and Cyrene that is believed to be a sign of approaching the intelligent singularity as the two began to learn what it meant to be a real life form and tried to reach that goal. After the Astral Express arrived, the hero within began to converge with the Trailblazer. What? Phainon turned into our shard? Oh well, the hero, I guess. Admin note, the image's resemblance to the Trailblazer is striking. This is a questionable matter, for it is not a natural result of the experiment. The exact cause remains unknown. Forgotten years. Records that are completely missing from the logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Admin note, the exact cause remains unknown. The anomaly log about Mem, an unlogged electrical signal, depended on the external variable, the Trailblazer, growing through the path of remembrance. At the end of the 33,550,336 dead loop, its appearance changed to Cyrene, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reasons. Directive: collect data, initiate deep analysis of the target. Conclusion: analysis error, target lost, or something. There's an anomaly log, ripples of past reverie. The whole entry is just like redacted. Okay, final series of logs here. The intrusion variables. Oh shit, that's me. The Trailblazer. An entry about the Trailblazer. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also a path strider of destruction. They resonated with the 12 factors. In the 33,550,336 recursive cycle, this entity assumed the vacant role in the time track and successfully guided phainon beyond the intelligent singularity. The eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override command authorized granted access to the Trailblazer. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Okay, so this is from... Who's saying the first one? Is that phainon? I think both of these are phainon. March 7th, what is she doing? Whole entry is also redacted. How about Dan Heng? Entry about Dan Heng? Wait, let's look through that. Why is this whole entry like redacted for March? Warning, unknown entity intrusion. Initiating scan. Conclusion, no anomaly detected. An entry about Dan Heng. A nameless from the Astral Express, a scion of permanence. An external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Yeah, March and Cyrene linked up. The reason that she's probably not an anomaly is because she is from Amphorius in the first place. Alright, Dan Heng, a directive for Dan Heng, pinpoint his location. Failed to locate his coordinates. Conclusion, subject has exited Amphorius. Negative, redacted, detected, redacted. Conclusion error. Okay, now what? Content updates, Amphorius saga of heroes.exe. Content update, mem.exe. What? Oh shit, is this not the same book? We know about this book. Yeah, we already know about this book. Look, that's mem. Trailblazer, you know I've always had a soft spot for you. Startled you, didn't I? Don't worry, I was just thinking. If I had to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. Whoa. And after pondering again and again, I like you still says it best. Because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Whoa. Don't do that, you scared me. Skida. But Cyrene. Makes sense, right? I thought so too. That's right, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If the Trailblazer has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? Trailblazer always manages to appear before I'm ready. Hehe, no need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared, without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? You remember all that? I've got a secret. Every now and then, I replay it all in my head. Besides, and it's not just the thing that it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me this. Only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. There's a bunch. Who's my best partner? Mem. Fuck. Mem. What's this, I wonder? You know what? Let's just keep going. What's this? How do I get out of here? I haven't been reading shit. Can I just exit? Oh, you can just exit. What's happening?
Wake up!
Wait, you know what? Be right back real quick. Hydration check. Oge back. Wake up! Why did you put on a little wake up?
Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
Buddy?
You're finally awake!
You're finally awake.
We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now.
I have no idea who you are.
Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Where are you going? The options came up at the exact same time as me saying it. This is like Obita and Naruto.
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle.
Where the fuck do you think you're going?
My mission ends here.
No!
But looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you.
I'm goslinging out. Memoir Sereni, yes.
So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you.
Let's get in that next cycle immediately.
And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
I'm goslinging out.
Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you.
Signalist moment.
Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay?
Wah. Wah.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Thank you, Cyrene, for the flashbang.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
Whoa.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate?
Whoa.
A long overdue reunion?
No way. My face went, that's the end of the patch?
Help! Someone help me!
That's the end of the patch? I get the screenshot? I got the screenshot. No fucking shot.
Help! Someone help me!
Shut up, Wawa. We're attending to more important matters right now. $100 Cyrenian dollars when our banner comes up. What the hell? Wait, we can interact with her though. She's just being chillin'. Yo, what's up? Cyrena says hello. Stella's surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. Hey man, what's up? Are you Cyrena or Mem? I have so many questions for you. Cyrena says, yes, you must be really perplexed. I wish I could give you answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. What? There's two of them. Okay, never mind. It's me. Don't you recognize me? Or did I really change that much? Well... So it isn't possible to restore your memories completely? What? What's that? Go man oomph. The fucking mom. I mean... Cyrene says, it's probably unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories. They're all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. Whoops. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Chrysos air companions from this life, and you. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is tied to their fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that. You complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. Perhaps that's just how fate works, huh? Cyrene says, sometimes I get frustrated because of that. Oh, what the fuck? Why did it autoplay out? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important to calm everybody, to calm down and clear your head before making a big decision. And Ides Elysiae is the perfect place for that. Cast off your heavy feelings, take a deep breath, and as a memento of our reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift. What gift? 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
It looks great. My god, it's Kalis. Cyrene says, now we've also planted the seeds of the Trailblaze in Ides Elysiae. Take it as the start of another journey. And when the time is ripe, let us return here and write the next page of our story together. In case Stell feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you right here. Oh shit, that's me. The scarecrow, resembling you in both form and spirit, is smiling at you. This is Irene's welcome gift. Do you remember what she said? If you're in the mood, go play with her. Where is she? Why'd she teleport me all the way? Oh, there she is. She's so small.
This flower's for you. It's just like a girl's heart. So you better take good care of it.
Yes, ma'am. Imagine. 142 centimeters. I'm sorry, but I'm not in the mood right now. Why is that an option? Thank you, I'll take good care of it. Irene says, you could also give it to someone important to you and share these feelings with others. Even if it withers, don't weep. A gentle breath will help it return to the soil where it belongs. Well then, what should we do next? I want to do something meaningful. What's that? Irene says, great idea. I have something in mind too. Can I join you? Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? What? Irene says, no matter how many times I see the entrance to the Membrance Maze, it still feels like a dream. Do you feel it too? Just standing here makes it feel like a magical adventure is about to begin. A golden butterfly, can I catch it? She's so small. Irene says, Stell, why are you in a daze? Never mind, that's just how you are. Word has it that only pure and innocent children can enter the maze. I trust that Trailblazer has the traits of those who can enter. How about giving it a try? I do have that childlike whimsy. It's just the sex update. Irene says, going smoothly, just as I expected. Be careful on your way in. What? Irene says, what's that sound? Are you okay? There's a voice. She's fine, but I'm not, Mem. Get up, you're crushing me, Mem. What? Which Mem is this? The injured Mem says, humans are so heavy, Mem. Irene says, oh my. Irene also encountered something similar when she first entered the maze. I'm sorry, little fairy. Are you here to welcome the new visitors? As an apology, we'll heal you with Oryx's magic. The injured Mem says, it's okay. Mem's very sturdy, but I just like a small compensation. Mem's here to listen to stories. Tell Mem a story about the outside world, and that'll do. Something wonderful and moving.
Wanna hear a story? I've got so many, and I can tell them to you one by one. But I have one condition. You have to listen carefully, okay?
Whoa. She's, her book. Irene says, "Ooh, the fairy is finally satisfied and is willing to leave. I'm glad it wasn't hurt. What about you? How does it feel like to be an audience after being a narrator for so long?" Seem familiar with this place. She's so small. Irene says, not exactly. Rather, it feels disconnected from reality. Perhaps Irene experienced something in the maze before, but my memory is still a blur. Just like Stell, it feels like my first time visiting this place. So March is the other half of Irene. That's like one of the most popular like theories. Like a fragment of Irene that managed to get away for some reason. Irene says, but don't worry, my memories from being Mem have been retained. I can remember the flame chase journey as I've written and the second option here. Embarrassed by me calling you a pretty girl? What? Stell's got the Riz? Cyrene says it's okay. Only you know the memories I can't bring myself to speak of. Let's put that aside. Why don't you stay with me a little longer in this maze and explore together? They really... Cyrene dragged you around the maze for a good while. Eventually both of you got tired or something. So what else did she want to say after end? Guess you'll have to ask around the grove. I guess you'll have to ask once she's rested. Okay, never mind. Read it wrong. Damn. We're going on dates with Cyrene. Was everything a guy didn't believe in was a lie? Yes. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
What the? Chimera's here. Where's Cyrene? I want to see her again. Oh, she's back at the swing. .4 has a special animation for phainon versus Nanook. Whole body literally gets engulfed in flames and started destroying galaxies. Yeah, we get it. I mean, I think phainon is better written than the dog shit god complex that Lucilius was. I think that's always been like a part that he just had a god complex. He never even got his lick back from fucking Bahamut or something. What was the lore? I forget. At least phainon got to throw down against his god that he fucking hates. He's already a step up from Lucilius. Lucilius wishes he could throw hands. I don't care about the grub lore anymore, yeah. Wait, can we go on another date with Cyrene? No, we can only go on... No, we're done. We went on a date with Cyrene. Alright, well. Time to more unserious matters here. The Fate collab is coming up in 8 days. Still some time left for the night. I'll just fuck around.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce?
Firefly? Birdfly? Okay, I slept. Alright, good night. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you for keeping me company. We reached the end. I'm just gonna be like playing because I still have time here. I'll just fuck around. I like Cyrene. She's cute. Good night, Alice. Take it easy. See you later. Wait, one funny thing that I could do here. I could multi... One sec. I could multi-track drifting here while I go through the event. While I go through the event, I could play Uma Musume. Wait, did they not have like a pop-up of the Uma Musume? Like, can I somehow make it so that I could play it on the side while I go through like the event on Stario? Oh, windowed. Oh, there you go. How do you hide this like side though? Huh, wondering how you hide this side thing. Anyways, we'll be multi-track drifting while we go through this. Juicy. Oh, I have so many tabs. Wuthering Waves, close that. It's playing earlier. Ooh, this is a juicy one. Holy moly. Let me close some tabs here. Whoa. Just gonna peacefully grind this story game mode out. Man, this person is still yet to take their turn. I mean, it's just an NPC, so it doesn't really matter. But I was playing through the event earlier. It was pretty fun. Like the PvP. Because this event comes with a PvP section. It was pretty funny. It was pretty fun. What do we want to build? Am I getting my ass beat? I'm not even looking. Bah, 0 turns already? You're kidding me. I'm gonna get destroyed. Oh, fuck. I have copies of our cards? You're joking. I need more I need more speed cards. How the fuck am I gonna work on my inherits unless I roll for like unless I start to roll for twin turbo? There's no way that I could get speed inheritance. How far can this go? 20. Not good at all. Well, fuck me. Oh. El Condor pasa. Shit. Any more 4s? That's it. Let's shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Should shuffle again. There's so many like... Oh, holy shit. This looks pretty juicy. What if I... Look at how many there are. There's like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to pop them all. Ridiculous, holy shit. Are there more? One sec. Once I run out of 4s... I'm out of 4s, okay. Shuffle. I'm still going. Holy guacamole, holy shit, look. 1,000 points? Shuffle again, I'm out of moves. Any more 4s? No, that's it. I'm gonna pop the 3s. This is kind of overkill. Okay. Two stamina, 2 mile, 2 speed, 3 turf. 3 turf? Oh, right, the... Let's see. There's a lot of turf inheritance on these. Which sucks. Alright, I'm just gonna be building an El Condor Pasa for, like... speed. Where are we? Huh. Is there anybody that I could friend? And friend IDs, let's see. Oh, somebody has MLB Pegasus? Wait a fucking minute. Can we follow? What do you mean maintenance? Umusume's on maintenance? Motherfucker, right when I thought it was right when I thought it was gonna be a good idea that I could play Umusume while I go through this event. What? You're joking. Man. Why is it on maintenance? There wasn't even like any announcements or anything. time is it? Anyway, I might just do this offline. I'm done for tonight. We finished the update on a cliffhanger, crazy enough. But the big things happening ought to be, like, the next update, I guess. I thought that the big things happening would be, like, this update, but it's gonna be the next update, it looks like. Might not even be the next update. The whole...
Hey, excuse me. I was here first.
Excuse you? Anyways, that'll be it for me for tonight. For all the friends that dropped by, thank you very much. Hope you all see you all again later. GG's. Have a good night. Peace, peace.